All right, I'm going to address
Chatty Patty.
this. This is the first time I'm going to address it and the last time that I'm going to address it, because this is YouTube and this is happening on YouTube, but it's not happening in my real life. But I am going to address this because Barbecue was so kind to finally reveal that he thinks that I have doxed him. I say, just drop the names of the people who did it already and stop playing around. And he said, you. Okay, Lipstick and the voodoo lady. She's not a voodoo lady. She's a Christian. She doesn't do voodoo. And Lipstick hasn't been around YouTube for quite a while, and I will leave it to her to explain why. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read an email exchange between myself and Barbecue. But before I do that, I just want to let you know that his email, let me go on ahead and great bridges. Okay, I'm going to submit this, and there's his email address. So his email address is public. uberjeepaz@gmail.com. And you can see here the email exchanges that I have had with Jeff from August 12th, 2025 to October 14th, 2025. These are the emails. There's one in particular that I'm going to bring up. And just to let you know, I have never doxed Jeff. I have not revealed his information. I don't know his address. I have no reason to. I don't have those kind of feelings towards Barbecue. You know, those vengeful feelings? I don't have those towards Barbecue. I don't have them. I have no reason to put his information up. What I think is happening is I think some person who has nothing to do, I think it's a Dante supporter, and I think that because I just saw the accusation of doxing today. Okay, I didn't even know. I haven't even been involved with this and closely following it because it doesn't matter to me. I'm not in my feelings about Barbecue. I'm not following him, and I'm not following this drama. I personally think that it's some person sitting back and laughing, thinking it's funny to involve people that don't have anything to do with this. But anyway, what I'm going to show you is that there is a pattern with, and listen, I've seen so many accusations of myself going around reporting channels. I don't report channels. And you can believe that or not, that's up to you. But, I am defending myself, but after this, I'm done. I'm not going to entertain this or feed into it. In fact, I don't even know how long I'm going to leave this video up. I might just take it down in a week. I might take it down in a month. I don't even know where I'm going to post it. I don't know if I'm going to post it to my main channel or my second channel. I don't know. But I want to show you that there's a pattern. And if you are free to search this out yourself, cease and desist issued to Uber Jeep AZ, which used to be the name that he went by on his YouTube channel, and Robert Reese, Hot Facts, and others defaming and slandering. This is a pattern that Mr. Barbecue seems to have in his life. There are patterns. This is a recurring thing and issues that, he seems to get himself involved in. And that is his business, and I am not judging that. but I don't want to be involved in it. So I did say in the comments that I was going to get an attorney, but then I thought about it and I thought, why am I going to spend my hard-earned money going? You know how much a lawsuit of this type would cost? First of all, it would cost $10,000 to $50,000 for a full-fledged lawsuit and litigation. That would mean that that's what I would have to pay. And then also, I don't, for some reason I think, and I saw a comment he made, that he does do-it-yourself lawsuits. And anyway, there's a lot of information that I've uncovered. I'm not going to put it up on the screen. I'm also not going to get into the Trey Watts Army, except to say this. Me and Trey, there was no falling out between us. None. Now, Trey can say whatever he wants, but there was no falling out. I know people have mentioned that they would love for me to spill the tea. There's no tea to spill. Okay? At some point, I went my own way. He went his own way. I had disagreements about certain things, and that was it. Now, whatever anyone wants to say at this point, to other people, that's not really actually my business. I'm not the least bit concerned with what other people say about me. Like, I'm living my life. I don't care. So anyway, I'm going to get into this, and I'm going to show you there is a pattern with barbecue, and it has nothing to do with me. It's him. This is his personal problem, not mine. In order to accuse somebody of a serious crime like doxing, you should have evidence first. But barbecue likes to shoot first and ask questions later. This is why he went up and made a video of him with a assault rifle, it looked like, and waved it back and forth saying this, that, and the other. And, not exactly wisdom if you ask me. So, you can conclude what you want. That's up to you. Like I said, I don't know if I'm even going to leave this video up, because I really don't want anything to do with this. But since Barbecue was kind enough to finally say, yes, it was you, and I've never emailed Chatty Patty. I don't even know what Chatty Patty's email is. I have never really even been following Chatty Patty until about a week and a half ago. So anyway, let me get into it. So this is my email, and this is the only email that I've ever had any dealings with Barbecue with. This is it. This is the only time I've ever emailed him from any account on any IP. And now what I'm about to show you, I just want to preface this by saying I am not accusing anybody. I am bringing this up because this shows a pattern that swirls around Barbecue's channel. I am not accusing the two ladies that are in this email. I'm not. I don't think that they have anything to do with it. But this is just to show you that there's a pattern with Barbecue. So on October 8th on his live, and also I want to tell you that I hopped on one of Barbecue's lives and typed, and I noticed I had a wrench and I was a moderator. I was very surprised by that, and I think other people were surprised by it too. Because I had only known of Barbecue for a little while now. Like maybe a month or two. And I've got a moderator wrench. So it took me by surprise. Anyway, it ties into what I'm going to tell you. So on October 8th, there was a kerfuffle in his live where two other moderators did not like me, and I had no idea. I thought I was cool with these people. But yeah, people aren't always cool with each other. And if you're not cool with me, that's fine. I'd rather not hear about it because that's your business, but whatever. You can say what you want to say, but I'm going to read this email to you. Actually, I'm not going to read it all. I'm just going to let it sit on the screen, and you can pause and you can read it yourself if you want to hear all of this tea, I guess. So, regarding what happened in the chat room, it was pretty nasty. And one of the moderators was accusing me of some pretty weird things. Oh, accusing me of donating to the Cash App giveaways, and instead of taking something that I did because I wanted to have fun and making it into something nefarious is basically what was happening. And it kind of took me off guard. So again, let me back up. There was a kerfuffle and it was really nasty. I didn't block. You can't, if you're a moderator, you can't block another moderator, okay? You cannot block another moderator. But I did block these two ladies only so that insofar as you can block somebody so you don't have to read what they're saying. And then I said, I've blocked you. And then I was accused of trying to block moderators off the channel. And it's just, the whole thing was just childish and lame. And, you know, that's how some women can get. A day later, I wrote, I'm sorry that and again, you can read the email. I'm not going to read all of this. You can read it yourself. Hey, Jeff, I'm sorry that I reacted to the drama in the chat room. Mind you, this is like 4 months ago. If LaTanya and Heidi want to tell me what they're pissed off about, that would be great. Otherwise, to be really honest, I don't really care. Well, I take that back. Let me take that back now. Yeah, I cared at the time because it was pretty harsh, pretty rough. So when I say I don't give a blank, I mean, ultimately that's the conclusion that I'm going to come to, that I don't care. But at the time, yeah, I was pretty upset about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it. And then I said, however, I will never respond to drama in your chat room again because you don't need that, and neither does anybody else. Now, here's the part where if you want to pause, you can read everything that's here. Okay? I am showing you that there is a pattern with Barbecue where he's involved in dramas, either creating dramas or dramas are swirling around him. Defamation, slandering. When you write it out, it's libel. When you speak it, it's slander. Frankly, I would just like for everybody to just chill out and stop all of this is what I would like. I would like, hey, Barbecue, you want to get on a live stream and we can hash this out? I'd rather not, of course, but, you know, I have absolutely nothing whatsoever to hide here. I've been accused of doxing somebody, and I honestly don't really care that much because it's not affecting my real life. This is the YouTube streets, and my life doesn't exist on the YouTube streets. So here's what he wrote. Whatever little YouTube game they got going on. Now, I just want to be really clear here. I am not accusing LaTanya or Heidi of anything. Heidi has been gone for quite some time, and I don't think she has anything to do with this. She went by the name of Designing My Life. I don't, she's, to me, not the type of person to get involved in something and sustain themselves in it. So I just want to say that up front. And LaTanya is now going under a different name, which I'm not going to out. Just not, I'd like to, honestly, but I'm not going to. I don't want this to get petty. I want to show you that there's a pattern here, and I'm a little bit tired of it. And again, always drama swirling around his channel, cease and desist, drama. Whatever little YouTube game they got going on, they have to remember they are on other people's channels. You can go on ahead and you can read this. I'm reading from the email now, and I'll let you know when I'm just making a comment about the email. Okay, this to me is important. I'm reading from the email. I definitely don't hide my hand, as she knew when I pulled the mod off her account. Now listen, I don't know her and only met her through Trey's channel. Okay, my question is, if you don't know her, then why did you give her power over your channel by letting her be a moderator? Because a moderator, if you're a moderator for someone's channel, you have certain powers. At the very least, you can remove people's comments. So why give somebody that you don't even know power over your channel? Doesn't make any sense. Like I said, he also gave me a moderator wrench. I didn't even know him. I just went into his live, typed, and there it is. And then he writes whatever little behind the scenes games they're on. I'm not a part of it. They can take it to another channel and carry on over there. I'm cool with my channel being the way it is. You can read this, but this part I will read. I'll keep people at arm's length until they show me they can be trusted. Okay, then why put people as moderators on your channel that you don't even know? He put me as a moderator on his channel without knowing if he could trust me. He put Heidi as a moderator without even knowing her. That's a lot of power to give somebody. And in fact, I have been a moderator on his channel up until last week, the week of February, whatever, 2026. I was a moderator. So despite the fact that he thinks that I am doxing him, and he names me and he accuses me of doxing him, I was a moderator on his channel. Make it make sense. Now, what I want from this is for BBQ to stop. I want him to stop accusing people of doxing that are not doxing. I want him to stop. I want him to move on. Because it's not positive. It's all very negative. So just that's all I want is for him to move on. Besides, you don't accuse somebody of doing something as serious as doxing without having evidence. You also don't put someone as a moderator without knowing them either. But hey, shoot first and ask questions later, I guess. Now, he says and asserts, he's asserting this, every channel they've been on has been reported, and that's probably not a coincidence. I notice things like that. They are probably behind the scenes telling people to report channels. Okay, well, that's not a fact. That's not a fact. I mean, maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know. Oh, and as far as people accusing me of reporting channels, I've never reported anybody's channel. Well, no, I take that back. I have reported 2 people's channels now in the past week for good reason. All right, so then he goes on to say Heidi was on my channel talking about I can be charged just for having my own opinion. Here, the problem with all of us having our own opinions is that sometimes those opinions drift over into we're asserting facts, which is a legal issue. All right, so then he goes on to say, I don't know them, and I just keep them on YouTube. Okay, again, why put someone as a moderator on your channel if you don't know them? Why give them, I'm going to have some coffee, hang on. Why give someone moderator capabilities if you don't know them or trust them? Make it make sense. All right, and I'm going to leave you to read it. If you want to read all of this, you can read it. And then if you want to read all of this, you can read it too. I was just, here, and I'm not reading, I'm telling you, I was blown away by the attack on my person and my character on the 8th of October. To be honest, it hurt my feelings. Because I thought I was cool with these 2 people. So to find out suddenly that I'm not, I just wanted to know what's the missing piece that I'm not getting here. So anyway, you can read this if you want. I'm not gonna read this here because I don't want to spend my energy on it. Except to say at the end, I said I really hope and pray we never get stuck with a female president of the United States. And his response is to laugh. Did you see the one lady running for governor of California? She's crazy as heck. Yeah, I know that. And then just got up from a nap, gonna eat. Now, mind you, again, this is what I showed you at the beginning are the only emails I've ever emailed this guy with. Under any account, I'm not going to sit here and go into like detail after detail defending myself on this. This is the only time I'm going to speak on this, and then I'm letting it go, and the YouTube streets can do what they're going to do. I don't care. It's really none of my business. And again, I don't even know if I'm going to leave this video up. All right, so he says, I got up from a nap, going to plan out my night. I don't think you'll have problems on the live streams. Working on his candle content. I may be online trolling people later, depending if I work or not. And then I write, yeah, Katie Porter is an absolute nightmare. Hang on, getting some coffee. Oh, this coffee's real strong. I think the two ladies are going to leave me alone. I think the two ladies are going to leave me alone. Hopefully they leave everybody alone, and hopefully they don't spread their mischief. But that's what it seemed like they were up to last night. Okay. And now we're almost ended here. His response is, funny is that I have not seen either one of them anywhere online over the last few days. I think they're realizing that nobody is playing these same games they are. We are doing something else with our time. So more power to them wherever they end up. I don't do drama, especially just out of the blue about nothing. Now, I'm sorry, but I have to beg to differ here. Because I just learned yesterday that he thinks that I'm the one doxing him. Because I told Key, I don't think it's me. Because in my head, I'm thinking, why would he think that I would dox him? And then yesterday he revealed that it's you. So, yeah, I just learned this yesterday. So, yeah, I guess he does do drama. I just want this to stop. That's really all I want. And again, I might take this video down. I might not sure which channel I'm going to put it on. I've got 2 the channels. Anyway, so they've got too much time on their hands probably. I'm too busy for it all. And then I wrote back, I've noticed that I've seen them nowhere. They haven't been in any lives or any comments. To me, that says they're wrong. Now, they disappeared. Haven't seen either one of them since this incident. One of them is using a different name. And let's just say this person is one of the most negative, complaining, miserable people in the comments. And rarely has anything positive to say about anybody. And, you know, I knew it was her almost right from the beginning. And whatever, I'm not in the 7th grade anymore, so I'm not going to play 7th grade games. I've seen all the snide comments that people write. Whatever. Knock yourself out. All right, so after this, he tells me to be careful. It's raining. And then writes, yeah, the two of them are bouncing around channels doing something weird. And I think they realize no one is into their games. I'm just not into internet drama like that. I'm too old for that nonsense. Apparently not too old. Because, you know, he's repeatedly asserting that I am doxing him, and that Lipstick and the voodoo lady. And listen, Lipstick hasn't been around for quite some time, and she can tell you why when she gets back from what she's doing. And the voodoo lady is not a voodoo lady. She is a Christian woman. That is a stereotype that people like to throw around when someone is from Trinidad. It's not true. And also, I have talked to Key on the phone as of this week. No, last week. Prior to that, I didn't even really know who she was. I've never emailed with her except for last week when I shared with her some screenshots. But I just met her in the past, 15 days? Maybe even 10 days? But Barbecue has been asserting that me, Lipstick, and the voodoo lady, as he likes to call her, have been conspiring for quite some time. I'm sorry, it's just not true. Who's ever doxing Barbecue is sitting back and having a really good time laughing at Barbecue going off that it's someone else. I didn't even see the doxing. I just got the screenshot today. Okay, I'm way behind on all of this stuff. I literally don't have time for this kind of drama. I'm making time for it now because I'm tired of it. I'm going to defend myself once, and then that's it. I decided, you know what? Why would I get an attorney? I mean, I could spend $50,000 on a lawsuit. For what? This to me is not worth it. And I'm not spending my money on discovery, this, that, or the other. Whoever has doxed him, if they're smart, they used VPNs, proxies, disposable phones, whatever. You know, if someone could go to great lengths to try to do damage to another person. So it would be pointless to have any kind of discovery about it at all. But here he is saying the two of them are bouncing around channels. So he's got a pattern going on in his YouTube world where there seems to be recurring problems with people bouncing around and doing this and doing that. If that's even true. Because I never saw them bouncing around. And I also didn't ask him, well, can you show me examples of these two bouncing around? Because I didn't care. So my next response to him is, nothing stops me from getting in the pool. And that's it. I didn't ask them who's bouncing around because I don't care. All right? Once something happens and it's negative, it's just time to just wipe the dust off my shoes and move on. This is not Barbecue's first rodeo with being accused of defaming and slandering. Slandering is when you speak something. Libel is when you write it. I mean, there are a few people that don't know that. So I thought about reaching out to this guy, but then I thought, you know what? I don't care. Again, after this, anybody can say whatever they want. I'm going back to my regular life, which doesn't exist on YouTube. And I've seen various people making various accusations against me, saying that I constantly upload videos about barbecue or whatever. Whatever. This is exhausting. Just making this video is exhausting. So if you think for a minute that I'm going to stick around Barbecue and go back and forth with you over this, well, no. Barbecue has not, he has had problems with people before. He's been in hot water before. He thrives on this kind of drama. He loves this kind of drama. This is his world. And for him, it's all fun and games. And You know, I don't understand why YouTube allowed him to put up a rifle. I had no idea that that rifle waving was directed at me. If I had known that at the time when he made that video, I would have spoken up a lot sooner. I'm not really the type to take too much crap. However, again, this is my last video about it. And hang on. Not quite. Me and Key are thinking of going live, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But that's it. I really don't have anything more to say about this except it would be nice if people would stop making these baseless accusations, but I think that's part of a sickness that people have, that they have to run around and make baseless accusations against other people because they don't have anything else going on in their lives. Whoever is doxing BBQ, you know what I have to say to you? You're gutless. It doesn't matter. You don't dox people. It doesn't matter how pissed off you are. You don't put people's addresses up on the internet. No, go away. It's my cat. She's trying to interrupt me. You don't put people's addresses up on the internet. You do not allow other people, but you people have no morals. That's why you dox people, because you have no morals. I don't know what else to say. I'm tired of this grammar school playground bullshit. And like I said, after this video, I don't even know if I'm going to leave this video up, but I'm pretty much done after this. I don't feel like I have anything more to say about this. So that's it. I don't have anything else to say. Just do want to end it with, I'm not making any accusations. The two ladies who came after me, I don't think they have anything to do with this. I think it's just some random person who wants to make trouble, and they're sitting back and they're doing this and they're laughing and they're cackling and they think it's funny. And Barbecue with his guns. I got a gun. Oh, God, you people. You people are weird. And you can do everything you want on YouTube. And you can say whatever you want. Because this isn't my real life. I have a real life. And it has nothing to do with you people.